Hello, everyone. Welcome to Friday Night Live. We are tonight not effectively live. I have pre-recorded this video, so my apologies if you were hoping to see me live. But this is the best I can do because I'm currently traveling overseas, and so I recorded all of these videos before I left. Tonight is, as you're watching this, Friday night, the 3rd of May. My name is Linda Dolke. I'm a demonstrator with Stampin Up in Australia. So I am going to not be able to see all your comments tonight. My apologies for that. Tonight, I thought I would do something that I'm sharing something with you that I've been waiting to share for a little while. And I'm so sorry. My little birdie, Cookie, quieten down. He knows when I'm talking to him. You have to be quiet, okay? I'm trying to video. I know that doesn't make any sense, but that's what I want you to do. He won't listen. That's okay. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you tonight my swaps for the Mexico incentive trip, and which I'm leaving actually to head overseas tomorrow. But this is going to happen. I'm going to be taking my swaps with me, and I have almost finished them. I'm still working on the last minute assembly, and I should have them done tonight before I leave. If not, I can do them on the plane, or I can do them when I get there, so it won't be the end of the world. But I'm going to make a whole one with you right now so you can see what I made. I also have an incentive while I'm away. If anyone's placing an order of $60 or more with me between now and when I get back on the 7th of May, then you will receive all the normal things, which is the supply pack for next month's craft along and all those things, lovely things that I have for you. But also I will send to you just for this period an inspiration pack, which is a couple of handmade cards, handmade by me, and a little souvenir from Mexico. I don't know what it's going to be yet because I have to shop for it and find it. Last year I did little wooden emblems from Norway when I was on the trip last year. This year it's going to be something else. I don't know. But something small, flat and light so that I can send it out in the mail to all of you guys who order $60 or more with me between now and the 7th of May. All right. Okay, so let's switch over to the desk and let's get started. Here we go. All right. So this is my swap, guys. This is it. I have used a new bundle called the Country Birdhouse. And I've used some other new products as well that you might see, for example, this lovely circle dot embossing folder in the background. That's another new product. I've got the Country Woods paper, which is absolutely beautiful, all these lovely wood grain effects. And I can show you some of those as we go through, but I'm going to actually make the card up. I've got a pack here, and then I also need to grab a basic white card base because that will also and you can see I put all my extras I had left over. So this is actually the design made by this beautiful embossing folder, which I've used as my background. I just decided that white was my preferred way to go. And I'm just wondering, do I have the embossing folder? Oh, I thought I had the embossing folder handy. I can't show it to you right now because it's not in its tray where it belongs. I did take it to class the other day, so it's probably still in one of my bags. That's okay. All right. I'm using new colors. So, in fact, I've actually got all the new colors on this, okay? All of them, okay? The 5 new colors, let me show them to you. These are the 5 new colors. We have Summer Splash. We have Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock, and Peach Pie. So they're my 5 colours, and all of them feature on this card, even though the peach pie, there's only one little flower and a little gem that's peach pie. We have 2 pretty in pink flowers. We have 1 petunia pop flower too. Summer Splash leaves the base and also the banners for the sentiment are Shy Shamrock, and the glitter paper is also Shy Shamrock. So the glitter paper, it comes in all 5 colours as well. So I'm just going to show that to you because it is so beautiful. I'm so excited about this glitter paper. I have a whole new pack, but this is one that I've been chopping up to my heart's content, as you can probably see. So we have, there's the peach pie, there's the Shy Shamrock, Pretty in Pink, Petunia Pop, and Summer Splash. And if you're wondering how close are the Petunia Pop and the Shy Shamrock and the Summer Splash, this one is more aqua and this one is more green. All right. So when you put them, I'll take the plastic off so you can actually get a good look at them. when you put the two close together, you can see that they are quite different, but they are the most similar of all the colors. Okay, so there we go. But they are beautiful, and I love them all. They look so good together. And if you're going to get into the new colors, then my suggestion is that you look at that glitter paper as being an essential to go with all your new colors. All right, I've got all my pieces here. I've cut a birdhouse. Now these, I can pick whichever one I like. Actually, I like this one with a bit more distressed of look, so I'm going to use that one. I have got this. I cut a circle out of black. This is the 1 3/4 inch punch, because it's going to go behind here to create a dark, like it looks like a bit of a cave in here, which is kind of cute. All right, we'll get to that in a minute. We have one of these. Now, when I did my original, I put it on my white piece and then chopped it off to make it a little bit lower down so you could see the whole piece. And I forgot to do that when I was putting together all my pieces. I glued them on and then realized that I put them on from the bottom, and so it made it too high. So when I put my birdhouse on, my birdhouse was too tall. So in the end, what I did was I covered up part of this, and so most of my birdhouses only have this bit sticking out, and in the end I decided I liked it just as much. So you'll see what I mean. I might do that one. I might do it like that here so you can see what I've done. All right, so we've got all of our different pieces. What else have we got? Oh, we've got the ledge for the birdie to sit on. In this is actually the back of this paper, and you can see how nice that is. This Country Woods paper is absolutely beautiful. This one is going to end up the top here, and we're going to have our little glitter paper piece just behind that. All right, so it's going to pop out like so, like this. And then we've also got a couple of other pieces that I may need to cut up a couple of other pieces, and we'll see, because I thought I had everything in this box, but I don't. I don't have the banner, for example. I have actually got one that I prepared earlier. I had one that I was mucking around with here. I had a few left over, actually. So although I think I might do a better job of embossing on that one. All right, let's start with this. We're going to be popping this onto here. So this is what I did first. I embossed this and then popped it onto my base Shy Shamrock. I do really love this dotty folder. It is so beautiful, and it's double the size. So it's a huge, huge folder. It is double the size of the regular folders, and that makes it really useful, because you could, if you wanted to, put 2 card fronts in at once, unless you wanted them like mine, where you want the center of the circle in the middle. If you do, then you're only going to get one, but they're kind of cool, right? So let's get this lined up on here. My Shy Shamrock piece, and I'm going to push that down. Right, I'm going to do this one not like this. So I'm actually using the full length of this piece, and this one I only used the half length so I could see more of the stand, and you guys can tell me which one you prefer. So what I did was I just stuck some glue on the back of this and a dot of glue in a couple of the main pieces of my swirly bit. I don't know what you call it. Swirly bit sounds fine. Now, the other thing I did was I put this on my grid paper, okay, from here to here, so I can see exactly where the middle is, and pop that exactly in the middle. I wanted my birdhouse in the middle. You might not. You might decide you want it on one side, but I liked it in the middle. All right, so that's going to stay there. I'll just let that do a little bit of drying, like so. And then let's work on our birdie house here. All right, so this is going to glue right to here. All right, and then the whole thing is going to get attached onto the top of the birdhouse. And to attach this, the easiest way is with glue dots. Glitter paper can be hard to adhere, so I find glue dots are the best way for it to go. So I'm going to have a glue dot right there towards the end, another one in the middle, and another one towards this end. All right. Then I'm going to have this one. So if you pop the center of the glitter paper up near the top of the center of the roof, it's going to be pretty close to in the right spot. We just got to get it in the right spot and then push it down so it sticks. And you might need to just fiddle around. This is probably the most difficult part of the whole thing, actually, is sticking this silly little roof on. But I love the roof. It's fabulous. All right, like so. All right, then on the back of this, I'm going to grab some mini dimensionals. Let me grab some of them. And I'm going to add them so that they go right over the join between the glitter paper. And I'm going to use a few because I want to have this, I don't want this to come apart. So I'm going to pop this right here. And you can see it's helping to keep that in place as well as giving it a bit of dimension. All right, like so. I see I trimmed a tiny bit off that. I'm not too worried about it. Right, so let's take the backs off these. And then we have a sticky dimensional roof that we're going to attach to our birdhouse. Now, if you're wondering about this set and you're thinking, where does this set come from? It is the Country Birdhouse bundle, and I will show you the whole thing in a second. I'm going to line this up with my roof so you can see that the ends of the roof and the ends of the birdhouse underneath kind of line up. All right, and so now I have my roof and my little glittery bit all sticking out. Looks terrific. Really, really like it. Okay, let me show you. This is actually my box of swaps. This is how far I've got with them. I've got them, you can see I've got them to this stage. So I've got to add my birdies and my flowers. All right, so that's where I'm up to, and it is the day before I leave. So at the time that I'm recording this. All right, so let me show you the stamp set. This is the stamp set. It's called Country Birdhouse. And you've got hoping you have the best day ever. Happy birthday. Hello, friend. Super, super nice. Isn't this cool? You will find this in your new catalogue. And let me grab a new catalogue right here. This is the catalogue I'm talking about. This one came out on the 1st of May. So I'm allowed to show it to you now, which is so cool. Now, you will find Country Birdhouse towards the front of the catalogue. Okay, so if I look up stamps and I go to Country Birdhouse, it's on page 51. So let's go and have a quick look. This is the Country Woods Suite. Okay, so you can see the Country Birdhouse stamp set and the matching dies. And you can see there are a lot of dies in here. It's very, very cool set. Really, really love it. You've got the outside, the shape, you've got multiple roof shapes, you've got some flowers, you've got the birds, you've got a little tie if you want to hang your birdhouse, you've got the stand, you've got the shelf, it's just fabulous. Got everything there. And then the stamp set has those things that you can cut out, but it also has a great splatter stamp. Love myself a good splatter stamp. I'm not using it on this card, which is pretty unusual for me, but I really like it. I did use the Hello Friend. Super, super nice. Okay. Of course, I've used the birdie. Right. So that's that. Now, if you're after the bundle, all right, okay, the bundle of just the stamps and the dies together, the Country Birdhouse bundle is $81.75. That is a 10% off bundle. Okay. I love it when you buy the stamps and the dies at the same time. You generally, if they are a matching bundle, part of a bundle, then you will get 10% off those. Okay, now sometimes dies and stamps are sold separately. Usually they've had their run as a bundle and they're no longer a bundle, they're just separate purchases. There is also, in this Country Woods Suite, you also have a second stamp set which is called Country Flowers. Okay, it's got the little petal, the little flowers, and you've got a teapot, and it's really nice as well. And this, of course, you can see the ones that cut out the different stamps, and then there's some standalone dies that come in that as well. So you can actually get both, okay, and the papers. This is the one I use, the Country Woods paper, which is absolutely beautiful. And then there's a second one called Country Lace. All right, and you can see there's much more lacy design. I think you can probably see that there. Super nice. Both those papers are $21.75 for the paper pack. There are also these gorgeous gems. These are the basic grey and smoky slate pearls. Super nice. We haven't had anything like that before. And then in here we have the eyelet 3D embossing folder, and that's super nice. So it's a lovely, lovely suite. Now I have, oh, and there's also matching ribbons, petal pink and white ribbons. Okay, so there's a lot in this. You can, of course, purchase the whole lot, but because there's 2 stamps, 2 dies, all the papers, all the things, okay, that is not inexpensive. It's $266 for everything. But of course, you don't have to do that. You can purchase just the bits that you want and build up. If you know you're going to buy all of them, you will save a little bit by buying it as a suite. And of course, you'll save yourself some time by not having to put in all the different codes, because one code is going to get you through to everything in this suite. So it is absolutely beautiful. But I'm just using the Suite Collection and the Country Woods today. I'm not using the DSP. I'm not using all the other components. So there we go. That's what's in there, and it's absolutely beautiful. All right. So I've got this. I'm going to put my, use a couple of dimensionals and put my ledge on at the same time, because this is really nice. So I'm just going to use normal size dimensionals for the ledge. I'll put one. I'm going to put 3, 1 on each end and 1 in the middle, just to give it nice, good stability. So who else is a big fan of this stamp set and this set? I knew as soon as I saw, I love birdhouses, just love them, and bird feeders, that kind of thing. I just think it's the cutest thing. Now, this is going to go here. Because I put my stand up higher, like I was saying earlier, I don't want to have it on top of the stand, because my house will be too high. So I'm actually going to move it down, and it's going to come down here, so you can just see the tops. And I actually quite like that. I think it looks rather nice. So up to you if you would like to shorten the stand so you can see more of the stand, or whether you like it long and just see a little bit less of the stand. Either way looks good. All right. Before I put this on, I have this black circle that I've cut with the 1 3/4 inch punch, and I'm going to be putting that down. I want to put it flat, so when I put this on dimensionals, there's a bit of distance between the black and the outside birdhouse. So if I put this here, I can see that's in the right place. Yeah. So let's glue that down. So I'm just going to whack it down with some Tombow. Just where I had it a moment ago. Let's put that right there. And then this is going to go right about here. And so we're going to pop some dimensionals on the back of this. So we're going to be generous with our dimensionals, because we don't want a saggy birdhouse. That would be very sad. So I'm going to add them sort of on the main points, one at the top there. And I'm going to have another one here in the middle, so this part doesn't go flat. So I'm going to pull those off. I think about 6 is right. If I was using cardstock, I might not need as many, because cardstock is sturdier, but because we're using DSP for our birdhouse, we want to make sure it has plenty of stability. All right, so I'm going to move this down so my birdhouse is a little bit down from the top, and that's how my birdhouse is looking. It's kind of cute, right? All right, so now that we've got that, this is the stage that I'm actually at with all the ones in the box. Okay, so then I have gone through and coloured all my birds, but I'm going to do another one for you right now, because I have one here, little birdie, and I coloured him with blends. So let's do that. I'm going to use my thin end of my blend, and this is the dark crumb cake, and I'm also going to give him a little bit of shadow underneath his undercarriage there. And I'm going to use my thin end again to blend that. I could use my thick end, but it's only a small space, so up to you, whichever is your personal preference. Just going over the color I've already got there, so it will blend those two together. And all right, I'm going up. I'm leaving that space around his eye. I'm going to leave that white actually, but in the meantime, I've got my Shy Shamrock. Where is my dark? Oh, there it is. Okay, I've got a light and dark. So this is the dark, and this is the light. It says so on the side, makes it easy. And I'm going to use my thin end, and I'm going to colour my bird. I'm going to give him a bit of a green head, just like that. And then I'm going to make the top of his wing this same light shamrock colour, shy shamrock. And then I'm going to have his bottom part of his wing be the darker colour. Now you can colour these however you like, and you can use any colours you like, but I decided that I would use these colours in keeping with the rest of my card. And there you go. There's my little birdie. You see him? There he goes. All right. So I'm liking him. He's ready to go. I do have this piece already, but I don't think I did a very good job on this one of embossing this. I don't know. Well, you can see it says hello friend, right? Maybe that will do for now. But to make this stand out a little bit more, what I did was I used, I'm just going to grab myself, I used a small blending brush with some Shy Shamrock ink, which I have over here on the desk. And I picked up a bit of that colour and I rubbed over this. I wanted it to stand out a little bit more, so the greeting would stand out. And by adding a little bit more darker colour to this Shy Shamrock piece, it makes it stand out a bit more. And actually probably makes it a little bit easier to read as well. All right, so that looks rather good. All right, so this is going to go just here, and it's going to be flat, and it's almost right to the end. So I'm actually going to put glue just to that end. I'm not going to put it right to the end so that that bit can be in the air. All right, like so. All right, so the next thing I want to have is my bird. Now I'm going to put him on 8-dimensional, just one, because I need to have room behind him to hide some bits and pieces. So I try and make his feet kind of almost right on top of the ledge there, so it looks like he's actually sitting on the ledge. Right, and then we are ready for our flowers. Now I've got a million of these cut up, these because these are the ones I haven't put on my haven't put them on yet. So I've got little baby ones of the pretty in pink, and then let me grab, oh my goodness, you wouldn't think it would be so hard for me to open up. There it is. It's not even sealed. I can't open it. Right. These are the medium clear envelopes that Stampin' Up does. I use them a lot for cards, and I'll be packaging all my swaps up in those. We have a little pretty peach pie. That's what I'm saying. We have a lot of pie. We have pumpkin pie, we have pecan pie, and now we have peach pie. All right, so I have one of these. Now these are all in here together, and I actually, the set with the dies actually cuts out all 5 different leaves, and I'm using all 5 on here. So there's one of these, and then there is 1, 2, and 3 single ones. All right, so I have cut a million of those ready to go on all the other cards. Whoop. And this one ends up going, I'm just looking to see, actually I'm going to put, I might put the flowers on first, I think. Okay, so let's start with the flowers that are the bigger ones. So I'm going to put this one's going to be on flat. So I'll add a bit of Tombow behind that. You don't need very much. Come on, out you come. All right, and let's hold that. Oh, can you hear the rain? It's very rainy here today. And Crumpet doesn't like it. He hates the rain. So he's very nervous right now, running around looking for company. And then, oh, did I not bring the petunia pot ones? Because I did cut them. So let's see where those are. Here they are. Look, found them. All right, let's see. Got one of those. Right, now this one is going to go on a small dimensional, a mini dimensional. Oh, Crumpy, I'm sorry, darling. I can hear him running around looking for somewhere to hide. So this is going to go right here at the bottom, or on this here, and also the peach pie one. Now the peach pie one is flat, so I've got, what I like to do is I like to have some flat and I like to have some up, raised up, so it gives you a bit of variety if you have some down and some up. Right, so I'm going to have this, it's a little bit in front of his feet, in front of the birdie's feet, right? And then we have another little guy sitting over here. Now this one is just going to be flat. You could use glue dots, glue dots for these as well. If you prefer glue dots, use those, or you can do as I'm doing right now and use Tombow. They're probably the two best. All right, let's have that right there. All right, it's coming together. All right, so I have this little guy here, and I'm wondering whether I should use a glue dot for him. I think so. So, now that rain is really coming down. I just brought in some washing that we have an undercover washing area, which I'm so grateful for, because, all right, so that's going to go there. And then I'm going to have another one. So there's going to be a little bit of work to put all these together. I may end up, I don't know, I may end up doing some on the plane. Who knows? Right, so I'm going to have, just like that. And then we've got two more here. So 3 here, and then I'm going to have rain is really coming down now. Oh, whoops. It's all these fiddly little bits that actually take up the time when you're doing swaps, don't you find? Like if you were, you know, the big stuff like the embossing or big stuff doesn't take as long. Oh, it does not want to go because the glue dot keeps sticking to my finger. So yeah, this is the bit of popping together that is going to take me more time. Right, this time I got it. Right, that one's going to go there, and then I've got one last leaf. This one, and that one looks like it might be flat. So I'm going to pop that one on with a bit of, I could use glue dots, but yeah, they can be fiddly. So I'm sort of deciding while I make this, do I prefer putting them on with glue dots or do I prefer putting them on with Tombow? Like that. Now, there is one final thing that needs to happen. It needs some bling, don't you think? And that bling is going to be provided for us by these. Now we have some, you can use any of these, any of them at all. So for example, if I want to use, let's use my, where's my take your pick? Is it handy? Maybe not. I'll use this. Oh, there it is. Oh well, too late now. All right, so I'm going to use a peach pie one in the middle of the peach pie. You don't have to do this, of course, but you can. And then I'm going to use a petunia pop there in the middle of the pretty in pink. I'm going to use a pretty in pink in the middle of the petunia pop. And I might go up to a, because there's two sizes, I might go up to a larger one here with this bigger flower. There we go. It's coming together. Yay. All right, so the next thing I need to do is grab myself a piece of basic white cardstock. And I'm going to fold this in half. This is half a sheet of A4 folded in half again. And of course the question is, how many of these did you have to make? We have to make, if we're part of the, you don't have to be part of the swap, okay? You can opt out. But this is the one swap I actually do every year because this one is worth it to me. Not only do I get beautiful swaps in return, but I like to make the effort to actually do the swaps and and it's a great way to get to know some of the other girls better and sample their beautiful work. So, yeah, this is the only one I actually do. I did opt out of the 3D one this year, and I'm very glad I did because I probably wouldn't have made it from a time point of view if I had been doing the 3D swap. All right, so there we go. I now have 2 birdhouse cards, only 28 to go. So we have to make 26 if you're part of the swap, which is 25 for other people, and which they randomly give out to 25 other people, and then Stampin' Up keeps 1. That's why we were asked to make 26. But I make 30, so I've got a few extra samples, and maybe a couple of my samples might be in the inspiration packs that I send out at the end of the month. So if you are going to be, or beginning of next month, if you're going to be placing an order between now, okay, and the 7th of May, you can still be part of this promotion. It is only got a few days left, and I will be back on the 7th of May. After that, I will be sending out the inspiration packs, which is all the cards and a little souvenir from Mexico as well. So just place an order of $60 before the 7th of May, okay, because that's the day I get back. All right, you guys, I'm going to switch over back to me. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm excited to get these out to the other girls. I think I am pretty happy with them. I think they turned out really nice. Were they my dream card? Probably not, but I do love this stamp set. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I hope you like it too. I hope they like it. All right, you guys. Well, only a few more days until I'm back now. I hope you're enjoying the new catalogue. If you have any questions, put them in the comments because I will be reading through the comments, and or you can certainly message me, or you can visit my blog, or if you wanted to place an order, you could also visit the blog. So the blog address is lhiggins.blogspot.com. The other thing that you might like is I send out a usually weekly, sometimes not, but usually weekly email newsletter, which has up-to-date news, sales, promotions, all those sorts of things, plus texts and techniques and tips and things like that as well. So if you would like to be on the newsletter list, okay, you can go there to lhiggins.blogspot.com, and you will see in the top right corner under the main banner, there is actually a place to sign up for my newsletter. So I hope you will do that because that's a great way to get information from me. All right, guys. I will be back in a few days. I hope you've had a lovely couple of weeks while I'm not here. I'm sure you have, but I hope you've had lots of time still to talk to each other. And I will catch up with you very soon. There will be one more video to go, and that's going to be Sunday night. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.